Okay, we are back for the second half. Charlotte FC 1, Greenville Triumph 0. Okay, so we are back for the second half. Charlotte FC versus Greenville Triumph. Charlotte is up 1-0, and here we are. I hope we come out a little bit more on the front foot. I still think that with a 1 goal lead we have, I don't trust our defense to hold. I don't trust our defense to keep a clean sheet. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know, but I do think that for just going forward, as far as building confidence, I think that we should have. If we don't put 2 or 3 past this team, I would be disappointed. Um, we'll see. I mean, even to start the second half, Greenville has been more on the front foot, and again, they almost put one in. Our back line is just so lackadaisical. And if they had just a little bit more quality, I truly believe they will be winning right now, or at least it would be a draw. I mean, I don't want to sound too negative here, but Greenville seems to be on the front foot, and they're actually trying to come out and get the equalizer early in the second half. So we'll see. I don't know. I would feel more comfortable if we got at least one more goal, 1 goal lead with this back line. I don't trust it. Um, Again, if they had just a little bit more quality, I do think they would be winning right now. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to come off too negative though. I do think that the back line has looked really shaky, and I don't know. You think? Jeez. And again, Greenville on the front foot. I don't know. I think that this is a good learning experience to get the cup, cup minutes or whatnot. However, the defense is just, I don't know. I wish that we were a little bit more assertive. I mean, again, Greenville just seems to be the more their first to the 50-50 balls. Um, if we aren't careful, we will let them back in the game. So we'll see how this is gonna go. I think that we should going through McKenzie games in the first half seem to be working for us. So I think we should probably go back to doing that. Um, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you know, I don't think I've seen McKenzie games on the ball too much to start the second half, and he was probably one of our best players in the first half. So I don't know. Get the ball up, man. That was decent right there. I think Derrick Jones has been pretty good in the holding midfielder role this game. You got to get to the ball, man. Being very lackadaisical. Right, right. So that's exactly why I think we need to at least get one more goal because I don't trust this defense to keep a clean sheet. Right. Like I just said, I don't trust this team to keep a clean sheet. So they're knocking at the door, and if they keep knocking at the door, they will get a goal. Um, they almost score right there. I mean, I don't know. If they had a little bit more quality, they would be winning right now. They've been more aggressive. I don't know what it is about us playing on the road this season or this year. We play on the road, and it's almost like we don't know how to play a game of football. One of the few times I've seen the ball in their half in the second half. Greenville is on our tails. So, I mean, I don't know. I think we need at least one more goal, preferably two. And here we go. I mean, they've been the better. I think they've been the better team for the majority of the game. I mean, they haven't had majority possession, but the times they've had the ball, they've actually been trying to do something with it and not just kind of passing the ball around. He tried the bicycle. Well, I don't understand what we're doing. We're out here playing Jose ball, sitting back, trying to like, come on, man, come on, man. Keep sitting back. They're going to get a goal. I'm actually very surprised at the tactics for the second half because it's come across very much like we're going to protect them. And I get you want to protect the 1-0 lead, but however, I think you need two. And there's the goal. 1-1. And I told you I knew it was going to happen. They've been the better team all game, and here we are 1-1 because you can't trust this back line to fix anything, to hold any kind of lead. I knew a one goal lead was not going to do it. And of course, here we are 1-1. I knew it. I called this 10 minutes ago. I don't trust this back line. Don't trust his back line. You don't trust his back line. You don't trust his back line. I mean, it was a good strike. You don't step up. What are you doing? And honestly, I gotta say, I think George Marks should do a little bit better there. I don't know what Marks was doing. There's a lot of blame to go around for that first goal they just gave up. Um, that back line has just been awful start the second half. And George Marks, his positioning could have been a little bit better right there. I don't want to completely blame him for the goal to give up, but however, again, we're playing Jose ball and just sitting back trying to preserve a 1-goal lead against the League One side. And they've been the better team all game. Very concerning. And it wouldn't surprise me if they went and got a second and we would be in trouble. I think we're in trouble now. We haven't had much possession in the second half. We've just been trying to protect a 1-goal lead like we're not the better team, and we might not be because we're not playing like it. Greenville's come out; they're trying to get something here. I don't know. The whole second half has been we've been behind the ball, so I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if Greenville got another goal. Defense's back line is just lost. For some reason, every time they leave Bank of America Stadium, they don't know how to defend the ball. It's actually kind of crazy. In Bank of America Stadium, everything is fine. As soon as they step foot outside of the 704, they don't know how to defend anything. That goal was just poor. I mean, it was a good strike. I'll give credit where it's due, but the back line, here we go. We are so rattled right now. It's not going to surprise me if they get another goal here because we poor in the second half. This is what our second or third time being in our attack in their half in the second half, and Greenville's just been the better team. They've been more hungry. It's not surprising. And I called it out. I mean, if they had more quality, they would be winning right now. And the one good strike they got, they took. They're clinical. So here we are, 1-1. We only had about we only played good for about 10 or 15 minutes in the first half. So it's not surprising that we gave up the goal because we haven't really been good all day. Okay, so 4 subs are about to come in. I'm curious to see who's gonna be taken off. Mackenzie Gaines was probably one of our best players in the first half, and we just stopped giving him the ball. It's silly. They had no answer for Mackenzie Gaines in the first half, yet you stopped giving him the ball. So we have Ben Bender coming in, Daniel Rios. Let me see if I can get Brant Bronico, and don't kill me, our new designated player, Kamil Yuzviak. So hopefully we'll get something out of this. I'm curious to know if he's going to make a change to the formation. Um, yeah, that second half has just been poor, man. I'm actually glad he made the subs when he did. I mean, you don't want to make the subs too late. You could argue he could have made subs in the first half because of how poor we were playing. I mean, just like they weren't. I don't know if they weren't taking the game serious or Greenville is just that good or we're just that bad. And away from Bank of America Stadium, I don't know where the confidence goes. Daniel Rios just came on and he gets a yellow card, and I guess because he came on too early. So Rios hasn't been on for 30 seconds and has a yellow because he entered the game too early. Never seen that before. Yeah, that's that's very interesting. I guess so. Hopefully, Uzviak can bring some energy. I can't tell if we're still in a 4-4-1-1. It looks like Daniel Rios is now the target man up top. I would assume Bender is out on the left, Uzviak on the right. Um, and if you took off Mackenzie Gaines, I'm not sure I would agree with that because Gaines was one of our best players in the first half. We just stopped giving him the ball. It's a bad decision. That was clearly off of the Greenville player, and Greenville gets to throw in. We just need to keep our composure. This is the kind of stuff. If you aren't careful, this is how you lose a game that you should be winning. I mean, I can tell with the change of personnel, we have been very much aggressive since they've entered the game. Oh, he almost teed it up if it would have gotten clean. Corner, corner. Yuzviak almost teed it up. If had it been a clean, come clean through. So what I don't understand is in the first half, we were very flat until about the 30th minute. And then we got the goal around the 35th minute, I believe. And we start out the first half. And then the second half starts, we come out very flat, almost like we're just gonna like we're fine with the 1-0 win. And sure enough, Greenville was knocking on the door. They teed up, and now we're at 1-1. So I like the subs that Miguel has made. However, high boot. Yeah. High boot. If we aren't careful, I mean, yeah, it's high boot. Yeah, that's a high boot. A high boot. So I don't know. I mean, the last 5 minutes we've looked pretty bright. So 67th minute, 1-1 Charlotte FC, Greenville triumph. And Charlotte, we have looked very, very pedestrian. And if we aren't careful, we will drop this game for whatever reason. We just don't play well on the road. It's kind of mind boggling. You play with the same ball, pitch is the same size, net doesn't change, goal doesn't change. We play on the road and we leave our confidence in Bank of America Stadium for whatever reason. I don't know. It's quite strange. Um, and I get playing on the road can be a bit difficult. However, like just to not have any kind of confidence when playing on the road is just weird, man. We have looked better since the sub, so I mean, I give credit there. Um, I like a manager who isn't too stubborn and will make changes. So we'll see. And now we're trying to slow the game back down. What you got for us, Bender? Oh my god. Uzviak has been he's looked all right coming on. I mean, he hasn't had but one or two touches. Um, I probably would have started him just because. I mean, Uzviak. Oh wow, good move. Good move. He teed it up. I'm not mad at it. I like the little skill move. I will always appreciate a player who can drive the ball forward, and that little bit of skill right there. Yeah, I would have started him. I mean, what do you have to lose? I mean, Mackenzie Gaines has played well on the right hand side, and he was probably the best player for us in the first half. But I probably would have started Uzviak. So if you're just tuning in, it's 1-1 Charlotte FC Greenville triumph. Greenville has very much so looked the better team throughout most of the match. And they're on another attack here. Our back line is just, I don't know. I don't know. We look very flat. I mean, the subs he just made, I would agree with. He made four subs in around the 63rd minute. Um, However, we still look kind of. We played well for the next 5 or so minutes, and now we're back to looking kind of flat here. And if we aren't careful, Greenville is going to catch us slipping again. So I honestly think we need to put two more past them because I just don't trust his defense. I don't trust this back line at all. I don't know if it's just because they're too nonchalant or we're driving forward here. So we'll see if they can make something out of this. What are you doing? Rios, Uzviak, ball in. Is that not a handball? Okay. Uzviak seems to be pretty bright. The few times he's been on the ball, he's made something happen. Nice early ball in. If Ruiz has his footing there, he probably gets the goal. I definitely can see the potential having Uzviak and Bender on out wide. I like what I'm seeing. Put it in. I don't, if we don't get another goal here, at least that's why I would have started use Viak. I mean, when he's come in, the 2 or 3 times he's been on the ball, he's made stuff happen. I mean, their left hand side seems to be pretty weak, which is probably why Mackenzie Gaines was looking pretty well in the first half. Yet we stopped going to him. We just got to play smart. I mean, again, I don't trust this back line to keep this lead, to keep it 1-1. I would feel more comfortable if we put two more past them because it would be our luck for them to score, deflect the goal in. And so I don't know. I don't think I thought the tactics to start the game off were fine. I thought the players he picked were fine. I just think the players really underestimated the side and they were in for a wake up call for the first 30 or so minutes. Then we got the goal and we finished the first half strong. Second half starts and we look very flat. And sure enough, they were knocking on the door and they get the equalizer. And ever since, it's probably been about 50-50. We had USV had a good opportunity. But other than that, it's been very much, yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't want to get bounced out. This is a very good, I don't know. What are you doing? So it looks like maybe Uzviak went out to the left and Bender is playing more of a central role. I don't know. I can't really tell. They gotta if they don't get a goal before like the 85th minute, I think that our composure just might start setting in, and I can see Greenville getting a late goal just because of how the game is being played. Cross in from awful cross corner. Yeah, just go ahead and put the game away, man. I don't. You put the game away. You go up a goal. You make it 2-1, and then maybe you could drop back a little bit, play counter at 1-1. Is going to be wide open. We look so flat. Jesus. Yeah, I think Bender's more in a central role. I can here and there in on goal. What a great save from George Marks. Luckily, it was offside, but wow. And what I is this like a book I'm reading out of? If you keep giving them, I think our composure is going to set in, and I can see Greenville getting to let go. They almost got one there. I mean, I think he was onside actually. It was a great save from George Marks. Fortunately, if we aren't careful, we're gonna blow this game. Boy, boy. 1-1 Charlotte FC, Greenville triumph, 78th minute. And I have a feeling that this is probably going to go to extra time. If we don't get a goal, we're just going to. Dios míos. We're going to blow this game. I said if we don't get a goal before like the 85th minute, our composure is going to set in. And I can already see it setting in. The nerves are starting to kick in, and Greenville thinks they can get something out of this game. They really underestimated this team, and that's why you play the game. 80th minute, 1-1. How was this last 10 minutes going to go? I would really not want to see this go to extra time because again, I don't trust that back line. I don't trust the back line. These next 5 minutes are going to be very important. Um, the substitutions we made makes me think we are trying to go for the game. However, still seem kind of flat. I mean, Greenville has been the better side to me majority of the game. If they had that extra bit of quality, they probably would be winning right now. I think he's also switched Uzviak to the other side and sent Bender more central, which I'm not opposed to. I think Bender, he's creative. I mean, him playing in the middle, I'm not opposed to. What is the midfield doing? Greenville is going to find his winner. Ah. So they still have what, 5 subs to make? We've made 4. Fuchs on for Joseph Mora. Short of the back line. I'm not opposed to. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that. So I'll say this. I think that starting the game, I thought our tactics were, I thought the player selection and the formation setup was fine. I just think the players underestimated Greenville, honestly, because they were so flat. They weren't really winning any 50-50 balls. Um, I don't know. If we aren't careful, we will lose this game. That's not a foul. Yeah. I mean, having possession doesn't mean anything if you aren't going to do anything with the ball. Play him through. George Marks off his line. That's a foul. Good call. I don't necessarily think that's a yellow because, I mean, Marks was outside of the box. So, was it a foul? Yes. It was a foul, yes, but I wouldn't necessarily give him a foul for that. That's just two players kind of coming together. You don't want to have this thing where anytime the keeper gets touched, you call a foul. Yeah, yeah. It looks as if this game is going to go to extra time. I don't see us getting anything. Here's Greenville on the attack late. Cross. Oh, he shot that. Did I not say if this game gets down to 85th minute plus and it's a tie, they're gonna go for it all. I mean, nah. So I don't know, man. At this point, I would just rather us see it out to full time 1-1 and regroup for extra time because I could see something shaky happening and then Greenville gets in on goal. I just don't trust the back line. Uzviak has been pretty well on the ball, trying to make stuff happen. He's trying to make stuff happen. What's the atmosphere like, Liam, out there? I saw there was a decent number of people who traveled with the squad for the game. Who wants to be great? Wow. Wow. That was a game saving goal line clearance by Greenville. Make some. What are you doing? Oh my God. That's no foul? Okay. That was definitely a goal line clearance. Did it cross the line? It was close. That was a game saving goal line clearance. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. As long as we don't do anything fluke right here, or maybe that's too big of an ask. I don't know. Giving the ball away. It's 4 minutes of extra time. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean the game is wide open now. Both teams won it. We shouldn't have put ourselves in this position, but here we are, struggling on the road again. Good turn. John, if I'm somebody might have to correct me here, but I'm sure if it's a tie, it goes into extra time, and I would assume if it's tied after that, penalties. But I'm not sure how the third round works. If somebody knows, please drop it in the chat so we can be sure because it looks like it's going to go into extra time. 1-1 Charlotte FC Greenville in the 91st minute. 4 minutes of extra time is added. We had a game winning goal that was cleared off the goal line by Greenville. Uzviak. Wow, right? It was a goal kick corner. Okay. I think Uzviak has looked pretty good since he's come into the game. I think he did take a deflection. They got a player cramping. So it's looking very much so like this will go into extra time. Um, Greenville has looked the better team for most of the game. And if they had a little bit of extra quality, they probably would be winning right now. We had a late chance a couple minutes ago that off a header that goal line cleared by Greenville. Kudos to them, I guess. So here we are. They have a player on the ground at the moment who's cramping. So I think they're trying to get it just as, full time. So yeah, this is where we are right now. Yeah, they I don't trust that back line. Even at home, they look. Oh, I mean, I guess the crowd. I don't know. For some reason, they don't know how to play footy on the road. So he's been on the ground for like 2 minutes. And I know he's cramping, but so I mean, it was originally supposed to be 4 minutes of extra time, but they had a player go down for like 2 minutes. So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes up to 96. So here we go. It's still probably going to be an extra minute and a half, 2 minutes added on because he was down. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, yeah, it's got to be at least 2 minutes added on. Corner. Try to make something shake right here. Fifth minute of added time. They had a player go down for 2 minutes. So, I mean, this probably will be one, if not the last opportunity. Over the net. Yeah. It shouldn't be too much more extra time at a time because I mean the guy did go down for 2 minutes, but it won't be too much more time left. Very lackluster performance. Greenville has looked the better team for most of the game. So we'll see. Um, I don't know. I don't. I mean, this time has got to be about up by now. This probably is the last. Jeez. I mean, I know they had a player go down for at least 2 minutes. I think this is headed to extra time. I figured if we didn't get a goal by like the 80th minute, we weren't going to get one. We haven't. I mean, we had that one chance that was cleared off the line. So, wow. Here we are. 1-1 full time. Uh, we've looked very, very pedestrian And if Greenville had some more quality, they would be. If they had more quality, I think they probably would have won the game. So I'm curious to see how we go into added this extra time. We started the game very flat. We probably picked it up around the 30th minute mark when we got the scrappy goal. It was a very scrappy goal. Um, and we finished out the first half halfway decent. Started the second half very flat. And I was actually surprised at the tactics we were playing because it was almost like we're just going to take this one goal lead and go back to Charlotte. We sat back, weren't attacking much the first part of the second half. Greenville was knocking on the door, and they got a goal. A well taken. I mean, it was a well taken goal. I don't. I don't want to put too much blame on George Marks for the goal. I mean, I think his position it was kind of However, I mean, it was a good strike. I would like to see it from different angle. And after they got the equalizer, it was very much, you know, we had that one good opportunity to end. It was late, maybe the 88th, 89th minute. It was a header that they goal line cleared, and they've by far looked. I think they've looked a better team all game. So I wonder what Miguel is going to tell them. Match stats. I mean, they've had more shots, 3 shots on target for them, 4 for us. We've controlled possession 61% to their 39. But again, to me, it doesn't really mean much if you have possession and you aren't doing anything with the ball. And I think a lower level team is going to take that all day because if they just have to sit back and you guys aren't being threatening, we aren't being threatening. So I don't know. I'm curious to know if we come out very flat. I mean, Miguel, I'm curious to know if you guys are watching the game. Like you seeing the same things I'm seeing because we were very flat pretty much all game. We were flat to start the game. We were flat to start the second half. If we're flat to start here, I wouldn't be surprised if Greenville were to get the go-ahead goal. I don't know. So this first 5 or 10 minutes is going to be crucial, I think, in dictating how this extra time period goes. I don't know. Very much surprised. I mean, I don't want to sound too full of myself. I didn't think this was going to be an easy match by any means. You got to respect your opponent. But geez, I thought we were going to come out a little bit stronger than this. I don't know. What's going on, Isaac? Man, is trying to watch this game and hopefully we don't blow it here. Um, Greenville's look better than us. I don't know what it is about us playing on the road, but we seem to be allergic to playing halfway decent on the road. I don't know. They just got to start the first half of extra time strong. If they don't, they're going to be going back to Charlotte with their heads down, looking stupid. So here we go. First ever cup match for Charlotte FC, and we're taken to extra time by Greenville Triumph. Um, so this extra time period is going to be interesting. I will say I think Yusviak has looked pretty bright. He had a couple stints on the ball. He likes to drive the ball forward. which I think him and Bender on the wings are going to be excellent for us. I actually saw, I think Miguel shifted Adam Armour out to the right, Josviak to the left, and Bender is more in a central role, which I'm not opposed to. I think Bender could play off the left or through the middle just because of how creative he is. So here we are, start of extra time, 1-1. And let's see how this is going to go. Yeah, we're in overtime. We're extra time right now, Carlos, 1-1. Um, you know, I don't trust the back line. So we don't if we don't get a goal, I don't trust our back line not to give up a goal. So that's kind of where I'm at because we just kind of play so lackadaisical sometimes. Just put the game away. Like, yeah, Greenville is definitely they're not sitting back as much as they were in the first half. Yeah, it. I think we underestimated this team because you don't want to come in being too arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to play who's in front of you. However, I think they really underestimated Greenville. And usually, all props to Greenville. Usually, the lower level teams are a bit more scrappy, a bit more rugged because that's kind of how the leagues are. You kind of got to get it how you get it, and I think that maybe surprised us because we were just so flat, so flat. We looked okay to start extra time, ball in. That's not bad. Yuzviak has looked very good. Um, Seeing what he can do on the ball kind of has me excited for him going forward. But I mean, now the game is wide open. We started extra time a lot better than we started in the first half and second half. Wow. New York Red Bulls had 30 shots and barely won 2-1. I mean, that's why you play I mean, you can't really take any game for granted because I mean, you still got to play the game. This is sloppy class. Very sloppy. I like Yuziak. He's very north and south. He likes driving at people. Yeah, I think every team could use somebody like that. Bradley, the pass has been so slow. We've been so lackadaisical and just so flat. No urgency at all. It's almost like I don't know. I don't you never know what people are thinking. However, you're struggling on the road. Be aggressive. I don't know. But I agree. The passing has been slow and I don't think anybody can be surprised because this is just a reflection of how we play every other away game. Connerly, the score is 1-1 we're in extra time, um, and we have a player down. Actually, I have a Instagram. Instagram is Queen City Fan TV. Um, Carlos. I don't think he broke his leg, but he might have. Anytime you have non-contact injuries, you should be kind of worried because it's like I don't think he broke his leg, but he lost his foot and he might have sprained something. It didn't look good. I mean, it wasn't like super bad, but anytime you see a player fall to the ground on their own, and it's not like he was making any cuts either. He just kind of rolled over. So I'm not sure if we made all. We do get the extra sub for extra time. So yeah, Sobosinski's off. Rolled his ankle. Final sub for us. Lakoa Santos is on for Sobosinski, who just rolled his ankle. So now we kind of have our hands tied. If we got to make do what we have now with no more subs. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I didn't expect us to stroll through the match, but I figured if you know what, I will say this: if we were playing at home, I bet you this game goes much differently just because of the environment. But us on the road, we don't know how to win on the road yet. And if there was any match to do so, you would think this would be the match, right? But I mean, here we are, extra time. So, um, I don't even know what to say. I don't like being too critical of the squad because I mean we're still new. However, I feel like some stuff is just basic. You can't lose games if you don't give up goals. So I don't know. We're playing long balls like we're Burnley or something. I mean, we've started extra time better, but I don't know if that's more so. I don't know if that's more so contributed to Greenville not being as aggressive as they were um, through regulation, or us actually making changes and trying to actually do something different here. So I don't know. Fortunately, that was right at George Marks. That was almost 2-1 Greenville. That was good positioning from George Marks because that could have very well went in. Try and make something. Push it forward, man. It's a good ball in. It was a good try. Come on, man. Uzviak is trying to make something happen, so a lot of standing around from. No, that was poor. I don't know if that was poor on awful or if that was poor on Rios up top, just standing around. Yeah, he tried to force that one. I mean, we've looked okay in extra time. We should be looking better against a team of this quality. Uzviak is all over the place. Go ball through. You keep it in. Yeah, I think Greenville is just trying to see out this first half of extra time at this point. That's a soft. Why did they reward flopping so much? I do not understand it. Across every league across the globe, you get rewarded for flopping. That wasn't a foul on Bender. I wouldn't call it a clear foul. I mean, it's still a contact sport, man. Yeah, Oscar deserved for sure. I mean, but I mean, players wouldn't do it if refs wouldn't reward players for flopping. I mean, they inadvertently kind of reward. I mean, when you reward that stuff, that's what you're going to get. Players flailing their arms, and we're going to do something here. Too much. Too much. That's a foul. That's what I mean. It's like you can't. It's not a foul either. I mean, we've looked okay in the first half of extra time. I mean, I was expecting us to be all over them, and they're in through on goal. Again, if they had quality, they would probably be winning this game right now because he was through on goal. He just, we got lucky for sure. Win! 2-1. Josviak with the assist. Great finish from Awful. Josviak with the great through ball. Josviak, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a ball. I wasn't even expecting that to get through. Wow. 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 Pip going crazy. Heard that right, Pip. That was a good ball. Great ball. The finish was good too. I agree, Bradley. If we could just do this for a whole game, why? God, that was a great goal. We needed that. We regrouped for the second half of extra time. I'm still not confident this back line is going to hold um, this lead. I want us to be. I don't want us to necessarily sit back completely. However, I think we need one more goal just to shore it up because I don't trust the back line. You scared, man? I'll tell you what, Josviak has been so bright on the ball. Yeah, I agree, Bradley. I agree. If that striker or that winger has enough pace and quality, he easily puts that ball through, and we're down 2-1 instead of the other way around. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to see the now. This is a great opportunity for Miguel to tell the squad. This is a great learning opportunity for us to learn how to win on the road. See these games out with a 2-1 lead going into the second half of extra time. This is where you got to put the game away, learn how to win. Yeah, and now Greenville's pressing. Okay, now you counter. Now you make something happen right there. Put the game away. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, so how much extra? I mean, well, I forgot we did have that injury. Sobosinski. I mean, it shouldn't be. I mean, we're going on almost 5 minutes of. Yeah, that's a soft yellow. I agree. We're going on to 5 minutes of extra time in the first half of extra time. Jeez, 4 minutes of extra time in the first half of extra time. So I mean, great, great setup from Josviak to Awful for the second goal, and Awful looks exhausted, and we still have 15 more minutes to play. So, like I was mentioning, this is a great opportunity for Miguel to try and show, this is how you teach players how to win games. You're up 2-1 on the road in a cup match. See the game out, play smart, and don't beat yourself. So, I mean, Awful looks exhausted. So, I'm curious to know how this next 15 minutes is going to go for him, especially since we don't have any more subs left. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that was a great save by George Marks. I mean, Jozviak with a great through ball. That was a good finish. Great pass. I think he's going to actually transform. Not transform, but he's going to turn us up. With Bender, I saw he moved Bender more centrally to move Jozviak out to the left, and he has Adam Harmer out on the right. So we have options as far as going forward. I do think Bender plays well off the left. He's kind of been invisible playing through the middle, but I wouldn't judge any player really by their role for him because as a team we've just been so poor. So I'm curious to see what Miguel chooses going forward as far as player selection. Now we just got to see the game out. Don't do anything stupid. And I'm sure Greenville is going to come out pressing because I mean it worked for them. Uh, just don't do anything stupid. If we don't beat ourselves, I think we should be fine here. And if we actually play like we have something to play for, not just passing the ball around like it's training. No, it's 2-1 Carlos. Jozviak with the assist to Awful late in the first half of extra time. So, yes, indeed, we are up 2-1 to start the second half of extra time. Yeah, it was a great goal. It was a great goal. Now, I just want us to see the game out. So, this is an important 15 minutes. I think, if we pick up a win here, this can help us build some confidence, especially since we have two straight away MLS games to come. I mean, I think Greenville is going to come with it as long as we just don't sit back and uh, just okay. And they're through. Nice, nice punch. Yeah, I mean, I knew Greenville was going to come with it to start the second half of extra time. Yeah, it looked just like how they scored the equalizer because we were just sitting back and you were sitting back, sitting back, sitting back, and Greenville built some momentum, and that's how they got their first goal. Yusuviak has been all over the place. Yeah. just sitting back a little bit too much for me. I don't. Mm, they're doing the very. It's looking very similar to how they scored the first goal. They're building momentum, and then here they have a corner. That was decent, I guess. Can we just get the ball up and we're just okay? All right, so let's try and like I said, I want to go for a third. I just don't trust this team being up by one. Um, let's, dictate the pace, make them play our game, but I also don't want us to just keep sitting back either. So we just got to play smart. We play smart. I think we can see the game out. I don't want to keep being cliche here, but I mean, just don't do anything stupid because Greenville is probably going to start being more open, especially the later it gets. I don't like that. He tripping over himself or something? What's going on there? So we definitely slowed the game down. Um, I don't necessarily want to keep playing out from the back. So we have possession. We play the ball back. George Marks gets it, plays it forward, and now it's Greenville ball. So that's why I don't understand. If you're gonna play possession, then play possession. Don't just give the ball away. Just see the game out, man. Playing the ball back. It's kind of a soft foul. 112th minute, they're making another sub, and I would assume this is probably an attacking player trying to give them an equalizer. Just don't give away anything cheap. We don't give away anything cheap. Just see the game out. Just see the game out. That's all I'm asking. Stay locked in. Stay sharp. See the game out. I'm just staring at the clock, man. So I wonder what Miguel told them just to start the second half of extra time because because they've been very reserved, which I'm not opposed to. However, I still think you should offer something going forward. I mean, you don't, one goal leads are never safe, no matter who you're playing. A slip here or a deflection here, and it's equalized. So so you can grab somebody by the head. That's not a foul. Gotcha. I think this second half of extra time has been smart. It's been smart. Definitely not flashy. Marks, what are you doing? What are you doing? Everybody thinks they're a sweeper keeper. Why? I'm just not a. I don't mind playing out from the back. I don't think we're there yet. Roger, the score is 2-1. We're in the second half of extra time. We are indeed winning. The new designated player, Josviak, with the assist to Affle just to end the first half of extra time. We are currently in the 117th minute, and hopefully we can just see the game out. Have another player cramping. Just see the game out. I would imagine there'll probably be maybe 1 or 2 minutes of extra time added on, or of added time. I'm sorry. Definitely not much. I mean, as long as we don't do anything stupid, let's just see the game out. They're probably going to start throwing everybody forward. There you go. Let's just milk that clock and get out of here. Finally pick up a road result. I would probably agree with that. I think Alpha could make a you can make a shot for Alpha being man of the match. Um you could argue maybe Yozviak as well. Gotta put that you gotta put that away. Let's see the game out. 30 seconds. They're pushing forward here, 119th minute. Armor, what are you doing? And they have a late corner. They're sending up the keeper, so you know what time it is. Let's just not do anything stupid here. I think Armor's probably cramping up too. Looks like he got knee. Yeah. So they send their keeper Armors off the field for this last corner. So this is going to be interesting. So here we are. This is probably the I hope the last chance. Just, they are just clear the ball. Just get it out. Just get it out. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, we can't finish games. Christian Fuchs switched off, and that's how they got that deflected goal down in Atlanta. Okay, the ref There can't be that much time left. I mean, jeez. Okay, Armor. Yeah, he's hurt. He's definitely laboring to get the ball up. Thank you. Final score: Charlotte FC 2, Greenville Triumph 1. We won our first cup match. We did it the hard way, but we did it. Um, I think you could definitely make a shout for Apple being man of the match, going the whole 120, getting the go ahead goal at the end of first half, extra time. Yeah, definitely. We did it the hard way. I don't. I think we played a little bit on the reserve side. Um, I think Greenville probably had the better game. They had some really good chances. We were really lackluster throughout regular time. And we were fortunate to pull the win off. Um, Definitely got to do better come this weekend. I think Yosviak had probably, I would, I don't know if I would start him, but you definitely gotta. It gives you something to think about. So that's all I have for the live stream here. I might do a match reaction to this match tomorrow, and then the match preview for um, this weekend's game. Appreciate the sub too, Bradley. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start doing more live streams for the away games. Home games, I'm not really sure because I try to go to all the home as many home games as I can. But being in Durham, it's not really a close. It's about 2.5 hours to the stadium, so I try to go to all the home games. So I definitely the games I don't go to, I'll probably be live streaming them. So tune in. Um, Appreciate y'all watching the game with me. Y'all take it easy. Be easy for the crown. Peace.